And welcome back to the show. As the eggflation issue continues, there are many people who are left with steep prices and limited options. The question is, where can shoppers find consistency with both price and the quantity of eggs? FreshDirect is actually leading as an online grocer and is committed to delivering the highest quality, freshest food. And we've got joining us the Senior Associate Category Manager of Dairy at FreshDirect. We've got Lone Heilner with us. And Lone, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, Daren. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, well, Lone, I mean, we're really in some tough times, and I think for most people, it's it's a struggle. And for New Yorkers, the struggle is real. First of all, coming out of COVID, people still have job insecurity, there's food insecurity. Now we're dealing with this whole issue when it comes to the price of eggs and what we call eggflation. So talk to us a little bit about your experience and what you're seeing in FreshDirect when it comes to eggs, because it's something that a lot of grocers and people are dealing with.
Definitely. And I totally hear the customers out there. So what's really happened in the industry is the outbreaks of avian flu recently have knocked out about 12% of poultry flocks in the US. And that's really driven to a shortage of eggs on the shelves. So customers here in New York are probably familiar with seeing some of their local stores starting to restrict the number of egg cartons you can buy at a time. But luckily at FreshDirect, really, and thanks to our close partnerships with our egg suppliers, we've managed to create a really stable inventory supply of eggs and keep prices where they are right now, when many of them in the market are starting to increase.
Yeah, I know for yourself, you do have some also alternative egg products that are out there. Are you finding more people using alternative egg products?
Yeah, we are. So really just in response to hearing our customers' requests for more vegan-friendly alternatives across the entire store, we do have a great plant-based scramble bottled by a brand called Just, not to be confused with our Just Fresh Direct brand. But it is made from a mung bean protein, zero cholesterol, and it really does whip up exactly like a scrambled egg. It's quite remarkable.
And so when we talk about eggs, we know that we're hearing a lot of people talk about the prices, and we're talking about how eggflation is really hitting the pockets of so many people. But you talked about something very crucial before, which is really that relationship with farmers and farm producers, right? So how has that relationship been bolstered during a time like this, and what's the conversation been like?
Definitely. So one of our most long time partnerships is with a farm called Alderfer's Farm. We've actually been working with them for the last 18 years, so since 2005. And currently, right now on our platform, they are the most affordable dozen eggs that you can find. So we're selling a dozen large eggs, Alderfer's brand, for $3.79. In addition, we do have an organic egg in our Just Fresh Direct label. And so that dozen egg is going for $4.99. And I think it's great to be able to find an organic cage-free egg that's under $5.
Yeah. And so for people who want to get connected and really take a look and see what the available options are, is there a place on the website they can go and see? Is it spelled out, or do they just have to be able to navigate on their own?
Yeah, so you can go straight to freshdirect.com. The easiest way our customer shop is they just search that search bar just for eggs. But you'll also find it with underneath the dairy section. So you can just go to dairy eggs. We'll break it down for you, whether you're looking for shell eggs, cooked eggs, or we even now are offering a liquid whole egg from one of our partners, Vital Farms. So it's pretty common out there to find egg whites in a liquid form, but they are actually doing the hard work for us, cracking the eggs, and they have it packaged into a carton with the whole eggs, including the yolks, and you can use as little or as much as you want at a time.
Yeah. So honestly, how much are you hearing people's complaints, or people really writing in? What are you hearing on your end from the consumer by way of this? Because it's something that's really affecting everybody.
Definitely. So it's really because we are an online grocer, we have so much data at our fingertips. So it's really where we're seeing the sales shift is what we're hearing from our customers. So definitely over the last couple of months with all of this recent press in the media, especially around the price of eggs, I think customers are really hyper aware of how expensive eggs are in the market right now. So we are seeing our customers really shift into more of those affordable price points. And really, you don't need to spend so much on those basics that you're looking to stock your fridge with.
Yeah. And so for you as a company, obviously a lot of conversation, a lot of preparation and planning goes in. What's it feel like for you to be able to provide an alternative? Because so many people don't have that alternative. It is what it is, right? But FreshDirect is one of those places where you're actually able to provide an alternative to actually help your consumers out.
It's really great, and I think it's one of the things that really differentiates us as FreshDirect as a grocer in the tri-state area, and it's really, as I said, largely in part to these great partnerships that we have with our suppliers. We can really work with them, get ahead of any issues we're seeing in the market. So I've been really reaching out to our suppliers months in advance, talking about this egg situation, if there's going to be any upcoming shortages that we can expect. But really, for the most part, they've been doing such a good job working with us, going out to some additional farms to see if they can partner with them, just to make sure we keep that steady supply.
Yeah, and you talked about suppliers, and I think you kind of led into that in the last answer that you gave. But that relationship, what's it been like? Have they been very forthcoming with anticipated challenges?
Definitely, and that's something we always communicate to our suppliers is just that honesty. Even if it's bad news, we can work together and come up with a solution together. And so that's something that's been really great with our local suppliers.
Yeah. Well, I know that it's been a lot on your plate, but literally, thank you for the work that you're doing in terms of getting us this information, because it is a challenge, and so many people do live on eggs. It's a staple in the household for breakfast, and when that price point was challenged, there's so many people who are saying, "Listen, I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to do what I normally do." But thank you for the work that you're doing in terms of keeping the public well informed and also providing some viable options. So great to have you.
Thank you very much.
Lone Heilner with some great information from FreshDirect, making sure that we're all taking care of Lone. Thank you so much. And listen, if you want more information, we encourage you to visit the website at freshdirect.com, and then also on social media at FreshDirect.